Zeke, are you ready for the question and answer session?
I'm ready.
Question number 1. Ezekiel Elliott, do you think that you can bench press Tim the Tap Man?
I think I can. I think on stream the other day Tim said he was about 250. I think I can handle that.
So we're putting Tim at 250.
Yeah.
And you're repping that, like, with ease.
I don't know about that. I broke my wrist in college. The bone I broke is the scaphoid, and honestly, it never healed. If you x-ray my wrist right now, there's a screw in my scaphoid, and the fracture is very much still there. So, I mean, benching is a little tough for me.
This is going to be the only question on this issue, so no one in the chat can keep asking. How are you feeling right now after contracting the Rona?
I'm feeling good. I would say I had maybe 1 or 2 days where I felt symptoms, and even then it wasn't too bad. I had a cough and a little bit of shortness of breath, but now I would say I feel good. I feel normal. Still can't work out. I could have went and got retested this week. I just decided, I mean, it won't hurt just to wait another week and just give myself more time to rest up. But I feel good.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Zeke is feeling good after contracting Rona. We're going to keep this moving along. This question comes from Reddit. Shout out our Cowboys. They are asking, who is the funniest player on the Cowboys?
I would say D-Law. Easily D-Law.
What makes him so funny?
It's effortless. It's just his personality. It's effortless.
Give us an example.
I think he gives you guys an example every time he does an interview. He's very blunt. He really doesn't care what anyone else thinks.
You love to see it. Those are honestly the best type of funny.
Exactly.
When it just rolls off. Madden rating. What do you think yours should be and why? Are we at all 99? Ezekiel?
No, not at all 99. Not yet. What was my Madden rating last year? Any of you guys know? Yeah, I don't know. I think I was maybe 91 last year. I think I'll probably be around the same thing.
Leave a comment. What do you think Ezekiel's rating should be? I'm going with 99, but that's just me, and I'm trying to win with the Cowboys. So, you know.
I appreciate that. I'd say it's anywhere between 90 and 95. Anything below 90, then they disrespected me. But
did you see that clip of Haha?
Yeah, I saw that.
His awareness needs to be at 99.
Oh, it needs to be. And if you know football and if you've played football before and you've seen the way he flipped his hips and ran away so fast, that's a pro DB.
Haha actually went to my high school.
Really?
He went to Dr. Phillips High School, never less than the best. I wasn't there when he was there. He was who everyone was talking about back in the day. Speaking of high school and high school football, you grew up in St. Louis, right?
St. Louis, yeah.
Growing up, who were the players from your area? Like the people known for football or for basketball? Who were those athletes?
David Lee, Brad Beal, Jason Tatum, all went to the same high school. They went to Chaminade College Prep, right down the street from where I went to school, actually.
Were they your rivals? Chaminade your rivals?
No. They were a way bigger school. So I went to like a little private school. I graduated with 90 kids, and they were a bigger all-boys school.
So we got two sort of NFL-related questions. Your favorite run as a Dallas Cowboy?
Does it have to be a run?
Or favorite play? Let's go favorite play.
Favorite play, I will say, I think it was Sunday Night Football in Pittsburgh when we had that shootout. Very high-scoring game. It was the 85-yard screen.
What was going through your mind? Did you think you were going to score? Because
Well,
like in basketball, you know if it's going in or not. You have that feeling. Is there a similar feeling in football?
Well, we call it the Linehan screen. It was a play that, Coach Linehan loved. We had a lot of success on it. We'd like fake a jet sweep, run a screen the other way. I got 3 really long touchdowns on that play. So I think I scored earlier that year, I think maybe a 75-yard touchdown on the same play. Even to this day now, I'm just like, okay, when that play is called, I know I can't crib it. I think I might have 4 touchdowns on that play.
They need to put this play in Madden. Call it the Linehan screen. Playbook update. After we win 7 Super Bowls in a row, what's the plan? We're going to retire, and then we're going to do what?
I'm not sure yet. I love football, so I can see myself coaching maybe high school. High school football is big in Texas, so I think that'd be pretty neat.
Chat, would you want Ezekiel Elliott as your high school coach? What offense would you run?
Mix between spread with a little bit of pro feel. You need that downhill running game.
You won't hit him with the pistol.
Pistol be in there.
You won't hit him with the triple option, the wishbone.
No, not the triple option wishbone.
Okay.
I think that's a thing of the past. So we went to state 3 times, lost 3 times. My
wanna
last
talk
2
about
years, no, I don't want to talk about it. The last 2 years we played 2 schools. I think they ran like wishbone triple option, and they just had huge lines and like mauled us. I broke the record for like most all-purpose yards. I had like 450 all-purpose yards, but like the other team, I think it was like Maryville, they had like 500 rushing yards.
Dang, y'all couldn't tackle them at all.
No, they had like, so like I went to a small school, like our linebackers were like 150, 160, like I was bigger than our offensive line, and their O-line was like 300 across the board.
I was the best receiver at my high school, Zeke, who couldn't catch. Like, elite levels of like separation, speed burst, agility. But as soon as the ball's in the air, I just, for whatever reason, I could not track it.
You know what we call that? We call it the butters.
I definitely had a lot of butters.
You had
a
the
lot
butters.
of butters. Now, flag football, you don't want to see me. There was one time in football I was playing. Okay, one time I'm on the practice team because I have elite speed, but I can't do anything else. Ball's already in the air, other side of the field. Intercepted. I'm running back, right, trying to get the tackle. Next thing I know, my body horizontal in the air, hit stick action.
Your feet
and then
were
I
above your head.
Yeah, it was like, it was bad. The worst hit stick of my life. I need to know your worst hit that you have taken and the worst hit that you have given.
First pad at football practice ever, 7 years old. 7-year-old Zeke. Imagine 7-year-old Zeke running around with 2 big shoulder pads and a big old helmet. First of all, my head is so big and was so big. When I first started playing football, my coach had to go to the 13-year-old team and get me a helmet.
And how old were you?
7. So I think I was like 7 years old, the same size head as I have now.
Okay.
You know how they do the Oklahoma drill. There's always one kid who is wrecking the other kid, and that's the one kid who's getting wrecked, and he's the one crying. I was the one who got wrecked and was crying. I thought I was gonna run my tail in there all high, so I run in there, standing straight up. You guys see how I run now, pad level low, not trying to give him any surface area to hit. I run in there straight up, get speared in the stomach. Knock the breath out of me. You guys know when you're a little kid and like you start crying but nothing comes out? That was me.
Can we get some F's in the chat? F's in the chat, please.
I think that's why I run with such low pad level now. We've came a long way.
We definitely have. What about the worst hit you've ever delivered? Did you ever make someone cry?
Probably a bunch of times. The biggest hit stick would be my freshman year at Ohio State. So I was a freshman. I wasn't the starter. For me to play, I had to play special teams. Kickoff versus Purdue. They ran like a reverse scheme on their kickoff return. And we prepared for it all week. And I was the guy that had to hold contain on the backside of the reverse. I had to keep everything inside of me. They run the reverse. I get like, it's probably like a 40-yard, just full head of steam. And this dude had nowhere to go. He think he was trying to get out of bounds, but he ain't get there fast enough. And I think I knocked him like past the cheerleaders. It was on Come On Man. The cheerleader, one of the cheerleaders was laughing. I think she got in trouble for it.
So your biggest hit was when you were on special teams. To all the running backs out there, if Zeke started on special teams, you can start on special teams. We all start somewhere.
That was one of Coach Meyer's things. If you were a skill player, you had to start on special teams before you could start on offense.
Speaking of Coach Urban Meyer, now we are actually linked through Urban Meyer, the coach at Florida, then went on to coach Zeke at Ohio State. So my question, do you think your Ohio State championship team could have beaten the Timothy Tebow, Percy Harvin, Florida?
I think so.
Okay, first off, you answered that way too quick. Like, you didn't even think about it? Have you seen Percy Harvin's arm? His arms look like my leg. I played against Percy and Devin Hester at LA Fitness. Tell me why they were still faster than me in retirement.
Makes sense.
Who's guarding Percy?
It depends. Who do you want to guard him? Marshawn Lattimore, Denzel Ward.
Who's tackling Tim?
Maybe Joey Bosa, maybe Von Bell, maybe Raekwon McMillan. I mean, we got a bunch of dogs too now. Who's guarding Mike Thomas?
Who?
Who's guarding Mike Thomas? Who is guarding Mike Thomas? Can't guard Mike. Who's guarding Mike Thomas?
Let's do
Because
the
there's
game.
no one that can guard him right now. Who's guarding him? Who's guarding him? Who? Who?
I gotta go look at the squadron list, but I'm pretty sure that's when we had Matt Elam destroying people's will. I think that's also when we had Major Wright. You don't want Major Wright hitting you? This brings us to my next question. Which defender, not that you're afraid of, but which defender in the NFL, you know, every time you play this person, it's going to be a hard hit?
Demario Davis.
So every time you're going against Demario Davis, you know you got to lay the wood.
Oh,
You lay the wood or you get laid.
I'm going to have to bring my hard hat. He's a guy I know I got to bring my hard hat. He plays like me. He's going to put his nose in there. He's going to hit you every play. He's a dog.
We're going to change it up a little bit. We were talking about this yesterday. Tell me a little bit about your dog. You have 3 dogs. Let's humanize Ezekiel Elliott a little bit. Tell us about your dogs.
I got OG Ace. I got Ace after the national championship. He is the OG.
Are the dogs there now?
They're not with me right now, but they do have an Instagram.
What is the Instagram? Let me pull this up so some people can see.
Ace, Deuce, and Jack Elliott.
That is the longest Instagram.
I think we got some visitors. Ace, come here. So this is Ace. Ace is like, Dad, come on, bro. Ace, this is OG Ace. OG Ace. He's like, put me down, bro. Put me down, bro. He's like, all right, I'm sorry, boss. I'm not gonna try to pick up this because I tried to pick him up yesterday. He scratched the heck out of me. And this is Jack. He's the baby. This is Jack.
Aww.
Jack, say hi.
Give some awls in chat. AWWs in chat, please.
Jack's a baby.
How old is Jack?
Jack is 3. Almost 3. He turns 3 in September. Deuce. Deuce, look. Oh. Dude, look. All right.
Man, someone screen cap this. Take a picture. All right, we're coming towards the conclusion of our question and answer session. Back to football. I know you were saying you don't even think there's going to be a season this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of moving parts that has to be figured out. I just don't know how they can keep the players healthy. You got to put the health of the players first. And it's not even so much, I would say, the players' health because, I mean, I got corona and it really didn't affect me much. But a lot of people have kids. You know, they may have kids with asthma. They may have newborn babies. Their parents or grandparents may live with them. We have to find a way to make sure that the players and their families and the coaches also and their families aren't put at risk.
Absolutely. At this point, I don't even know. Chat, what do you guys think? Do you think there will or will not be an NFL season this year? I need a yes or no in the chat. Now, if the season were to continue as planned, what would it be like for you playing in a game? No fans at all. Like, you score a touchdown, no one's cheering.
It'd be a little weird, for sure. It'd be weird to be in AT&T Stadium with no fans, but I want to play football. I miss football. It's been tough, you know, not having OTAs, not really being able to be around the guys and just that camaraderie. I miss the camaraderie.
I can feel that. I love playing football, and I sucked. The amount of foolishness that we did in the senior locker room at Dr. Phillips High School. I'm glad Snapchat wasn't around back then. I don't know what we were doing.
I like my family away from my family. We spend so much time together during the season. And I think we do have a really close team.
Maybe some people are watching this and they're running backs themselves and they want to know what types of drills or routines that are your favorite that will help them maybe get to your level. What drills would you recommend?
I would say just anything where you're working on your feet, anything when you're working on your hips, anything when you're working on changing direction. But I would say like the biggest thing I would tell a young running back, try to perfect all aspects of your game. Every running back has pretty good running ability. Like, if you're running back, you can run the football. But I think what separates the good ones from the great ones is your ability to protect your quarterback and your ability to be a viable receiver. Work on your pass protection, work on knowing your protections, work on your route running and your ability to catch the ball. Equally as important, if not more important, if you can't protect the quarterback, how can a coach even put you on the field?
What separates you is that added ability, that pass pro, that route running that maybe some other running backs don't have.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting blown up in chat. Listen, chat, we all know that Zeke wants Jamal Adams on the Cowboys. Okay, what player would not want Jamal Adams on their team? So you can stop asking me in chat. Zeke, would you like Jamal Adams to be on the Dallas Cowboys?
I would love to have Jamal Adams on the Dallas Cowboys.
Are you happy, chat? Of course.
I would love to.
We want a great defender on our team.
But
The heck?
that decision is above my pay grade. So I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
There it is. Are you happy? 2 more questions. Best athlete you've ever played against. Any sport. While you think, I can tell you of mine. I played against this dude at Dr. Phillips. Okay, I grew up in the suburbs. My parents were smart, though. They're like, he's not surrounded by a lot of black people. We need to integrate him with some black people as well. They put me in summer camp in the hood, Tangelo Park YMCA. I go in there thinking I'm about to just murk all these people. They produced this dude called Chris Warren. Chris Warren proceeds to cross me over 27 times in a row. Goes on to Ole Miss. Would be in the NBA right now, but his senior season ACL. I think he's overseas now. But to this day, I could never guard him, and I still can't. It's either between him or Shane Larkin, who also plays overseas, also went to Dr. Phillips High School. Could not stay in front of them no matter how hard I tried. Who is the best athlete you have ever played against?
Man, I would have to say Joey Bosa. I remember coming in Ohio State freshman year. Me and Joey were close, but he was on defense and I was on offense, and so we would have to go against each other. And when I think of like a great athlete, I just think of like your athletic ability. But what's more impressive to me is when someone's like 270 and can move like you're like 230, like that. That dude was different. He literally walked on campus and was manhandling everybody and could do a backflip. He can just stand in place and do a backflip. Like, that is absurd.
And he's 270?
I think Joey's now, he's probably like 250, 255. But when we got to college, he was like 270, 275. And this dude could stand there and just do a backflip.
Bro, I can't even do a cartwheel.
I think my head's too big to do a backflip. My head wouldn't get all the way around.
Final question. Everyone wants to know this. Is Sean Lee playing?
Yes, Sean Lee is playing. And when Sean Lee is playing, we are a better team.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm a grown man.